Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our session about Bachelor Studies in Germany. My name is Suganya Tamalapadi from the DAD Information Point, Bangalore. Today, I'm also joined along with my colleague, Shumon, from DAD Information Point, Dhaka. So, we both will take you through the entire procedure, the application requirements, and other important points that you should be aware of to do bachelor's in Germany. To start with, I'll talk about DAAD, what DAAD is, and what we are doing. So DAAD stands for German Academic Exchange Service in English, translated from German Deutsche Akademischer Austauschdienst. So we are one of the largest funding organizations in the world, and we provide scholarship and grants for students in all disciplines. We are a joint organization of all higher education institutions from Germany, funded by the Foreign Ministry of Education. We have 66 offices worldwide, and our head office is in Bonn. And for the South Asian region, our regional office, New Delhi, is responsible. And apart from our regional office, we also have information points at Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Colombo, and Dhaka. Together, we take care of India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, and Nepal. So the next slide here shows about why someone should think of doing bachelor's in Germany. As you see here, these are all the reasons. So German education system is a very well blend of both theory and practical way of learning. So, and with that, you also find wide range of courses. So if you want to any specific field you want to do, you will find a course to do in bachelor's. And it is also very well known. It's called the land of inventions. So there you will have quite a good opportunity to do or carry on your research work. And apart from that, after your education, you have very good professional growth. So after your bachelor's, either you can continue with your master's or take a break, work for some years, and then do your master's. So you have plenty of opportunities. And the last point here is the safe and economical. So being one of the strongest economically strongest countries in Europe, so you have a very good standard of life. And the safety wise, you don't have to worry. This is especially for the girl child, like parents of girl children. They ask whether is it safe to send their daughters to Germany. Yes, it is safe. You don't have to worry about that. Now I'll ask Shumon to continue from here.
Thank you. Thank you, Shuganna. Thank you for introductory slides. Here I will give talk about couple of slides where you will have, some informatics. For example, in Germany, we have 3.5 million students from all around the world. So if you are studying in any particular subject in any university, there is a chance that you will meet someone who is not from Germany, definitely who is from outside of Germany. So among 100 students, at least there will be 16 students who will be international. And it is definitely one of the most popular destination in the European Union region. Yes. And here we see stats that is, you see in the last 5 years, we see the jump of the number. It's almost double. In 2017, it was 17,000. On the other hand, even during the COVID time, we have a very good number of students who went to Germany from India. And the next slide is talking about Bangladesh. We see the number is triple here, almost triple. It was around 2,700 in 2017. On the other hand, 2021, it's 6,000 plus. Okay. Sri Lanka, almost double the number in last 5 years. And Nepal also has some contribution. Bhutan, though it's a very nominal number, but still it's, steady and it's getting more and more. Okay. So those were the stats. Now talk about the universities. I mean, what are the types of universities in Germany we have? We have basically three types of universities. One is technical university, another one is University of Applied Science, and another one is College of Art, Film and Music. And if we go to the next slide, we can discuss a little bit more on these types, especially TU or technical universities is focused on research-based education. And here you have a wide range of subjects. You can study any subjects here, bachelor, masters, or you can do up to PhD here. On the other hand, if you are admitted in an University of Applied Science institution, remember it's a hands-on training based organization. I mean, as Suganda mentioned in the very beginning, that theory and practice goes hand by hand, side by side. So here you will do a lot of, practical things, and most of the subjects fields are engineering, management, or graphics. These are the subjects, and you can do up to masters in these institutions. What is the time duration? Usually 6 to 8 semesters, and most of the programs in German. There are few programs in English, as we mentioned, more than 2,000 plus programs are there in English. And for your qualification, you need to have your school living certificate ready. That is a must. Let's talk a little bit more about the process. If you are from any IB or Cambridge board or Edexcel board, if you finish your O-level and A-level, you can admit directly or apply directly to the university. On the other hand, if you are doing your school living certificate in a CBSE board or a state government organization, then remember that either you have to go for a Studienkolleg, or if you're from IIT, JEE Advanced, if you have that, then you can have a direct access, or you have to do first year bachelor. Especially, it is most of the time we see that most of the students prefer to do first year bachelor. In that time, they learn German language, and finally they apply. So here is a little bit more overview about the Studienkolleg. First of all, you need to know a very good German. That's when your German language proficiency should be B2 level. And then you apply to the university. And then university will decide what type of Studienkolleg you're going to do. After a successful completion of a Studienkolleg, you have to sit for university qualification examination. And then you're going to start your first year. And these are the types of Studienkolleg, like M course for medicine, biology, and pharmaceuticals, T course. There are various courses that you can see in this slide. So it depends on which type of subject you are. On the basis of that, you will be given or you will be selected for a particular Studienkolleg. As I already mentioned, that you can skip the Studienkolleg if you do your first year in your home country. So that is also a very good point. So here, another very important tool or website that we developed recently, that is myguide.de. I request everyone to visit this page and register yourself, and you can search the universities through this website. Yeah, at this point, I would like to hand over to my colleague Shuganna. Please carry on with the PPT. Yeah.
So let's talk about medicine in Germany. So medicine in Germany is completely done in German language and it is not divided into bachelors or masters. So here, all the students planning to do medicine in Germany, it is an open competition and it is completely done in German. In that way, you have to go through the Studienkolleg. And the duration of this course is 6.5 years, almost 13, 14 semesters. And at the end, it is a state exam. With that, you get a license to do to practice your medicine. Good. So if you are planning to do bachelor's in English, then you have to show your English language proficiency. For this, these are all the tests that are widely accepted. For example, IELTS, you should have a score 6.5 to 7 band, and as you see, TOEFL also here. So these are all the two widely accepted courses. So let's talk about the schedule. So how, for example, if someone is planning to apply for the winter semester 2023, we generally ask the students to prepare 10 months in advance. So this is the time you start, like from October for next year's September intake. The first step is to gather information. So you have to read through our website, attend some web sessions, talk to your seniors to gather information about how you can apply for bachelor's in Germany and then shortlist the universities. For that, you can use our tool myguide.de and then prepare your documents. So like all the documents what are required by the university, prepare them well in advance, and once the application portal is open, submit like in time, don't delay it. And once you have the acceptance letter from the university, immediately apply for the visa and start looking for the accommodation too. So before that, here I would like to talk about in this, as you see here, submitting application. Before that, there is one new procedure called APS. So it stands for Akademische Prüfstelle in German, in English Academic Evaluation Center. This is a new a section and it is a part of the German embassy. It is functioning from October, and all students who are applying for the visa from the 1st of November should have a APS certificate. So this certificates just proves, checks all the documents that you are required to apply for the university and also for the student visa. So before applying for the visa, or even some universities do ask this APS certificate before applying to their universities. So this certificate is mandatory. So anyone planning to do your bachelor's, please apply for the APS as early as possible. And more information you can find from the website aps-india.de. Here is an overview of the entire process. So the first step, you have to register with APS. You pay the fees, submit your documents, and the APS section office will verify your documents. Once your documents are verified, you will get an APS certificate. With that, you can apply for the German universities as well as for the visa. Good. So and many universities accept direct applications. Means you can go through their website and apply for the that particular program or the course you are interested in. But certain universities also accept their applications via Uni-Assist. In that case, you have to apply through Uni-Assist. This will be clearly stated on the university website. It is not our choice. The university states it clearly whether they take direct applications or via Uni-Assist. So the Uni-Assist will check the completeness of your application and forward it to the university, and you will be getting a letter or intimation from the Uni-Assist that your application is complete and has been forwarded to the university. And one important point we want to here emphasize is none of the German universities work through any consultants. So you don't have to go through any consultants. Most of the information you can find from the university websites and you can read through them and apply yourself. You don't need any educational consultants to help you. Good. Talking about the tuition fees, Germany is well known for no tuition fees even for the foreign students. So that way, if you apply for any of the public universities, you don't have to pay any tuition fees except for the state of Baden-Württemberg. That one state charges for the non-European citizens a tuition fees of 1,500 euros per semester. Apart from this tuition fees, you might have to pay a semester contribution of 200 to 350 euros per semester, depending upon the university and the course you select. So this semester contribution is like the administration fees, which also provides you certain benefits of having a student card or which helps you to travel around the region free in most of the public transports, and also student concession if you travel, and like for example in museums and other places. So this was about the tuition fees. Apart from this tuition fees, once you are in Germany, you have to take care of your living expenses. So anyone staying in Germany should have 924 euros per month, which we have put split up into different expenses like your accommodation, food, your recreational activities, traveling, everything put together. So this is 924 euros per month. That into 12, that is the 11,208 euros. For the first year, you have to open a blocked account and deposit this amount. And before going for the visa, this should be done. This is called blocked account because this account you can access only in Germany. So after going to Germany, you can access this with the withdrawal limit of 924 euros per month. So you can visit the consulate website to see the list of accepted banks where you can open your blocked account. Coming to the next point about the part-time jobs, with the student visa, you can work 120 full days or 240 half a days per year. Here you can, find a job inside the campus, the university campus, under the professor, in the library, in the labs, or outside the campus in some research institutions, companies, or even in restaurants and exhibition halls, many places. Here, if you have German skill, it is very, very easy to find a part-time job. So we insist that anyone planning to go to Germany to do your bachelor's, though in English, please try to learn the language. Then the next step, the last step, and also the most important step is to apply for the visa. So once you get your admission letter, immediately book for a visa slot. So according to the region where you are from, you can contact the nearby consulate or the embassy. See, you can see here. So for anyone, for example, coming from Maharashtra, you can go to the consulate in Mumbai. And anyone from Karnataka, you have to go to the Bangalore consulate. And students from Bangladesh, you have the German embassy in Dhaka, and for Bhutan, embassy in New Delhi is responsible, and for Nepal and Sri Lanka, they have their own respective embassies in Kathmandu and Colombo. Here are certain important links which might guide you through the entire process, what we just discussed. So studying in Germany, and as you see here, the international programs gives you a list of international courses offered in Germany. And myguide.de is a very useful portal where you can even register yourself, create your own wish list, and then you can even contact the universities from this portal. So here are the contact details of our offices. We have offices in Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Dhaka, and Colombo, and our regional office in Delhi. You can reach us, and we also conduct regular counseling sessions every day. You can book one-on-one appointments. Either you can come to our office or you can attend the counseling sessions via Teams. And we also conduct regular events. Please check our event section on our website to know about the upcoming events. Every month we have web sessions, Q&A sessions for all bachelors, masters, and PhD, along with some group discussion, panel discussions, and many interesting sessions. So that's the end of the presentation. And we also have gathered certain questions that we frequently get from the students when we conduct our, web sessions. So the first question many students ask is, who should do Studienkolleg in Germany? So anyone from, for the South Asian region, students from India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, our education system, our 13 years of education is not accepted. So for us, the students from this region, you should go through the Studienkolleg. It is one of the options. So, but the students from Sri Lanka, your education system is accepted. So you can directly apply for the bachelor's in Germany. So, our next question, can I do my Studienkolleg in my home country? No, that is not possible. Studienkolleg you have to do in Germany. It is for 2 semesters. You have to do in Germany. And what is the minimum German required to apply for Studienkolleg? So the minimum German required to apply for the Studienkolleg is B2. So anyone planning to do Studienkolleg, you have to have B2 certificate. With that, you apply for the Studienkolleg, and once you have applied, they will call you for an entrance exam. You clear the entrance exam, you go attend 2 semesters Studienkolleg, and end of the Studienkolleg, you have a Feststellungsprüfung exam. So that if you clear that exam, you get a certificate that is equivalent to the German school leaving certificate. With this certificate, you can apply for the universities in Germany for the bachelor studies. So there is another question we generally get. So a Studienkolleg from one university, is it accepted in another university to apply for bachelors? Yes, you can. Most of the universities from the public universities, they are accepted in other public universities. So first step, you can check where you want to do your bachelor's. And if you go through their website, they will clearly mention that you can do Studienkolleg from these universities and these type of Studienkollegs you can do. So if you have that information, then apply for the Studienkolleg according to that. One more question we get is, can I do my bachelor's in English? So that is also one most commonly asked question. Yes, you can do your bachelor's in English, but you have very limited options. So we have around 200 courses, whereas in German we have many more courses for bachelor programs. And one more question what I have here is, do I need APS certificate to apply for the universities? APS certificate is mandatory to apply for the visa, but it is not always asked by the universities, but many universities do ask for the APS certificate. So it is always advisable to get the APS certificate anyway before applying for the visa that you can even submit for the universities. So these are all the questions I have. the most frequently asked questions. Now I'll pass it on to Shuman, who also has certain questions to answer.
Okay. Thank you very much, Shuganna, for explaining those questions. Most of the time we get these questions. But here I would like to mention one thing regarding APS that you have been introduced today in this PPT. Remember, this is mandatory for all the Indian students. For Bangladesh, for Sri Lanka, the process remains the same. Especially all Indian students have to, do this APS process, go through this APS process. So let me focus. The first question is focus on my question. If the course is in English, do I still need to know German? Many of the students think that if they want to go to bachelor, they can avoid German completely. They say, okay, I get registered in an English course, so why do I have the IELTS certificate? Why do I need German? But we highly recommend that if you are going to Germany, especially for your bachelor, it's a very good decision that you know German, you learn German. As my colleague already mentioned that if you want to do any part-time job or so, and if you want to be, in the society, if you want to mix up with the people very smoothly, everybody is talking in German. So if you don't know any of the German words, it will be difficult for you to accommodate in that society. Second question I would like to address, where can I find the list of the universities? Though we mentioned it in our session, but here also I'm repeating it once again. That is myguide.de. This is the website where you can find the list. You can sort the subject. You can sort according to your location. You can sort it according to your degree. So there are many filtering options, and that is very easy to find to your desired university. Okay. Next question I have: can I work as a student? Yeah, as we already discussed, yes, of course, you can work as a student, and there is a limit. You can work 120 full days. That's been 8 hours per day. On the other hand, you can work 240 half days as a student. Okay. Next question I would like to discuss: can I do bachelor in Germany after completing 1 year in home country? Yes, you can do. But here, please do remember that credit transfer is a little bit complicated process and quite difficult to do. You have to complete your first year here, but you will start your first year again in Germany. It's not like that you completed your first year and you will go to the second year in Germany. No, it will not be possible. So it is pretty much possible. You finish your first year here in your home country and then you apply for German education and you can start your first year there. Last question I would like to focus, is there any scholarship for bachelor? I'm afraid we don't have any scholarship offer for bachelor students. We have a couple of scholarship for masters, and we have most of the scholarships are for PhD grants. Here I end my list of questions. I would like to hand over to Sugarna to wrap up the session. Yeah.
Thanks, Shumon. Thanks for the nice Q&A. So with this, we come to the end of our session. Thanks. And as we have displayed here, anytime feel free to write to us if you have any questions. All the very best. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Bye.